Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day today, and thank you for joining me here on Daily Bible Reading. And today we're going to continue reading through the book of Exodus with Exodus chapter 21. Now I know it's been a while, so I'm going to back up a little bit and kind of tell you what's been going on. So the Israelites were in Egypt captivity from the Egyptians, and they come out by Moses. So as of right now, they're walking around in the wilderness trying to get to the promised land. But they can't get there yet because they're wandering in the wilderness because of their unfaithfulness to God. Now, our last chapter we read was the Ten Commandments because, remember, Moses went up on the mountain to talk to God, and God gave him the Ten Commandments and various other laws. And this chapter is going to be about some of those other laws. So starting in verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. Now remember that this is God talking to Moses on the mountain. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out for free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and she shall go out by himself, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through and all, and shall serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of her daughters. And if he take another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, he shall not diminish. And if he do these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. So that little passage there, to start the chapter, is about laws about if you have a servant and the conditions of when they leave and other various situations. Now, continuing on here, there's going to be more laws that we read about. Verse 12, He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously unto his neighbor, to slay him while with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his land, he shall surely be put to death. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pray for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be severely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall be punished, for he is money. If men strive and hurt a woman and child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall surely be punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. So far this passage has been about laws concerning murder and other various situations. In that verse there, verse 24, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, is a verse that you'll probably hear a lot in the world when people talk about revenge. So that's where it comes from. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman, they that die, then the ox shall surely be stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and it hath been testified to his owner, and he hath not kept him in, but he hath killed a man or woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner shall also be put to death. And if there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give up for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him. Whether he hath gored a man, or have gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. If the ox shall punish a manservant or maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and an ox or a donkey fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another's, that he died, then they shall sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also shall they divide. Or if it be known that the ox hath been used to push in time past, and his owner hath not kept him, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. So starting in verse 28, that's about laws concerning an ox or other farm animals back then. So this chapter, it's kind of a little bit boring. It's just a bunch of laws, but it really helps us key in on life, what life was like back then, especially with the animals and other things. But that's going to continue more throughout the book. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.